Welcome everyone to round 2 of Tuesday, December 16th, Gundam card game locals night over at Bulldog Community Gaming LLC. If you guys are looking to play some Gundam card game action, check out Bulldog Community Gaming LLC. Tuesday nights, 6:30, $5 entry. As well, if you guys can't make it to that Gundam card game action, check out the links in the description below to Bulldog's Facebook and Twitch page, where you guys can catch the action live as it is happening Tuesday nights, 6:30. Well, I'm here, everybody, with, of course, a change in the mat. I'm running my Neopets mat, yes, from Gen Con, that you got it by buying so much product or spending so much money at the booth of Upper Deck. By the way, a pretty fun game. If you guys are looking for a very fun casual game, Neopets isn't too bad actually in game. But anyways, did you guys like Red Blue Qubeley? I sure liked Red Blue Qubeley. Let's play some more Red Blue Qubeley. I believe that's the deck I was playing. And you guys really enjoyed Justice Blockers, so they're back again. Alright, with that said, let's see if I can defeat the Justice Blockers. Alright, here we go, folks. I am going second, and then my opponent is going to flip over one resource and then pass. I'm going to flip over one resource. I'm going to show you the gym, the old gym back in the days of the good old Cyber New Type Blue. Oh man, I remember Blue Red Cyber New Type. Anyway, they're going to pay for 2, and we're going to put out the gun cannon. We're going to do 2 damage to our opponent's EX base, which is really nice. Again, the gun cannon is really good to deal with those blockers, with specifically low our health blockers. Especially if you equip it with the Armor Array, where you can deal with even more blockers. Yes. So anyways, our opponent does have some pretty good cards there to play, and we're going to immediately see a Rick DS coming down to the board. We're going to draw one on my side, and we're going to flip over one more resource as well here. So bada boom, bada bang, let's see what we can do. Do we have the Armor Array? We're going to go for the 2 on the base with the gym. That's immediately going to knock out the base here. Pretty interesting, the side they're going to go. We're going to hit the Rick Dias there with that, and then we're going to go for the gun tank, so maybe be able to remove the Rick Dias, and immediately I believe I pass immediately after that. I think my hand is congested with too much of high-cost characters right now that I don't have much of a way to do anything else. Besides, of course, just run that out. Now, I know what I should have done. Maybe it wasn't a better idea to attack with the gun cannon and just simply leave it be, and we're going to go for the Rift, and then we're going to put down a Rift. I'm really going to have pass on that one. We draw. I did draw into OG. I think I saw OG Papa Gundam Man. All that, which is pretty okay. I mean, it's OG Papa Gundam Man. It's not too bad unless you, of course, you don't see the Armor Array, and then it isn't great. Oh, we're going to see the Kshatriya, and then I'm just going to pass because I do not have the Marita Cruz right now. But hey, I got a Kshatriya. At least I have a 5/4 that can kill over 2 wrists without any problems. But yeah, like I said, I think my hand is quite congested with high-cost characters. And I'm missing pilots. There's a lot of games when I've played a lot of Gundam that I'm either not seeing the lines I need, or I'm just getting pilot screwed over. Like, I can't see pilots. We screwed the L-Strike. L-Strike will have to spend something back to hand. It can spin back the Kshatriya as well. It could spin the gym or the gun tank. The Kshatriya probably would be the pick, just because if I don't have the link. But then again, if I do have the link and I drop the Kshatriya and have the problem come down with the Kshatriya, so the Kshatriya is going to get bounced back to my hand. I'm just reading it to make sure it is 4 less AP or HP, because funny enough, the Kshatriya right is under that. I thought it was level, but no, it's HP. So funny enough, the Kshatriya right is under the level of HP. So the L-Strike is going to knock out the base here. The problem is they can't swing either of the rest. Otherwise, I guess they could say 1, but otherwise, well, I can swing and immediately start cutting into their shields here. We're going to spend 2. We're going to go for the Rewow. The Renow, and then we're going to be able to ping 1 on that gun on the Rift, because it's the only thing I actually can ping. We're going to go for OG Papa Gundam Man, and then I'm going to immediately pass because I'm missing the pilot. Yeah, I think in this game I was missing a whole lot of the pilots. Anyways, I'm just trying to put up bases just to protect myself, also get the cards into my hand, because again, cards come out of your shields don't go to your hand if you're, say, from something like Dragon Ball Fusion World, or say anything like that. So anyways, we're going to see a base go on the other side. I don't know which one it is. I know for a fact they were playing, at least they were playing the base that does tap itself to get an additional AP to one of your units, so can do that as well. This one's interesting. I think, honestly, if I recall, I went X2. I only took 1 win in this game. We're going to go for the Striker Pack 2, make either a 4-2 Sword Striker or a 2-4 launcher. We're going to go for the 2-4 launcher. Again, that can swing as well, so There's a lot of 2/4s on this board state right now, which is kind of messy. And then we're going to go for the overflowing affection here, and then we're maybe going to draw 2, discard 1. And we're basically seeing that there is an Athens in their hand. I think I do see the slim of a Justice Gundam. Oh, the Athens going to go away. Okay, so I guess we don't have anything to put with that Justice Gundam. Again, we are going to be able to swing. We're going to swing. We're going to crack my base off the board, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But again, they could technically could swing the 2 rifts, if one of the rifts, if they wanted to. But I guess being more safe and just keeping your guys up on the board state is better. So anyways, we're going to go for another one of the bases. I think I was also congested on bases as well. Like I just had too many bases in hand. I think I burned through all of them. By the time I think this game comes to an end, I just kind of was hoping for that last base to be in my shields, but I'm like, nope. I burned through like 3 of the 4 of them. And by the way, yeah, like I said, I'm struggling to find pilots, by the way. I can find all the bodies I want. I just can't find all the pilots I need. I'm just massing a board of dudes that can't swing over anything because they'll get cut down by most of this board state. So anyways, we're going to go for the OG Papa Gundam Man to swing in, by the way, and no matter what, if the Wounded Rift or the Wounded Launcher Strike tags in there, it does die, then the Gundam immediately heals, and then we're going to put down another OG Papa Gundam Man because I'm missing the Amuro. Woo! When you got all the good cards, but you're missing the pilots to go with them. Yeah, it always does suck when you're missing the pilots to go with them. Oh, it always feels like that sucks. You know, it's like I have all the cards to do everything I need, but I'm just missing the pilots to do anything here. As we're going to go for the Justice Gundam with the Atherin as well. So that does mean that, again, Justice plays out. It plays a token when paired with a pilot. Atherin is its link. The token you can choose one of the named tokens and it can swing. And by the way, it doesn't care if it's a token that Justice Gundam produces. Any Justice Gundam can target any token. So if you play another Justice Gundam, it produces another token, and then say you had 2 and then you pair 1 up with it, then you get that. And also the Atherin, when linked, can swing over at a guy, I believe that is like level 4 or less, and then kill it off here as well. So that's pretty nice there. No, the board is now being swarmed with bodies, and I still haven't even done anything. I think I've hit the EX base off the board. That's really about it. Anyways, Justice Gundam hitting into the resources. Hey, look, there's a Kshatriya winner card. By the way, I have not seen a winner card in set 2 at all. I personally haven't. I have not gotten lucky getting any straight wins in set 2 at all. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. The winner card just has a different borderline text than the normal cards. Again, all the winner cards are the exact same cards you get in the normal weekly play promo packs. So there's nothing really different about them. It's just the card foiling on it. Anyways, I'm going to draw 1 here. We're going to be able to restand. We have a lot of bodies on the board against a lot of blockers on the board, so not much we can do that. And we're going to go for the Kshatriya here. We finally found a Marita Cruz! Woo! We're going to ping 1 on the guy, and then I have 1 more ping I can put out, and we're going to ping 1 on the other Rift here, and then we'll be able to do that. Immediately going to be able to do a couple more here. We're deciding on what we want to spend here. We're going to go for, again, the base that does everything. Immediately going to kill off the token that was produced by the Justice Gundam Man. As you can see, I had all 3. Woohoo! Anyways, we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do here. I could trade out Kshatriya against the Justice Gundam because I do have the enough damage to kill it here because it's 7 health point. We're gonna swing 3 onto the base here. This Rift is going to block here, but that's not going to really matter because my OG is going to heal at the end of the turn here. Kind of figure out what I want to do. I'm going to swing again at the base here. Again, if they block out, it will trade out for the blocker. All right, so that's pretty good there. The Kshatriya, I either have to trade into Justice or have to trade into the L-Strike here. So we're going to trade into the L-Strike effect to knock out the resting Rift because of Marita Cruz's effect there. And then they're going to go trade for the Launcher Strike Gundam into the Rift here. And then I can basically then hit these shields here with the rest. What I want to do here. So we're going to have the Gym hit and knock out the base, and then we're going to have a gun cannon or gun tank hit into the shields, and we're going to hit out the Aegis Gundam there, and then we're immediately going to pass, and I heal 2 off both of my OG Papa Gundam Mans. So it looks like we honestly have, in a sense of the word, some we've stabilized somewhat of the board presence here, as you clearly can see, but still, it's not like over the grid as Scott is adjusting the camera angles right now. Because as a reminder, I am re-recording these vids after they've been live, so that was all happening live. So we're going to go for a battle of aces that is going to be able to kill the 𝐒𝐲 off. Oh, sucks to lose the 𝐒𝐲. That was a really good card there for us, because that was a pretty big body, as they're going to go for the damaging rerow to ping one on something in the gym, anything. Basically, they're going to ping on one on the OG Papa Gundam Man. Then they're going to pay another 2. We're going to go for another battle of aces. Ooh, nasty. Really knocking me down on my bodies. Here I had a really good board state, and it only took 2 battle aces to really push me back down again. We're going to go for another striker pack. We're going to go for the 2/4 launcher Gundam. And then basically we can knock out the base and knock into a shield as well. They may just decide to keep the L strike standing just for safety purposes, because of needing up at least 2 blockers, especially if I get an armor array onto that OG Papa Gundam Man. Does mean I get to rest like the Striker Gundam and could do. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to immediately kill off the OG Papa Gundam Man with the Justice Gundam and then pretty much go from there. And then it looks like we are going to just decide to go for the L Strike. Is going to give the -2 to the gym and then basically just kill it for free, which also is really nice with Kira. We're going to draw again, and basically I'm back to where I was. No board state. I'm just checking my resources, my trash here. I'm like, I've already burned through 3 of my base. I'm only running 3 of that base. So yeah, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do here. Which is not really great when you're thinking about it. Like, what the heck am I supposed to do against this board state? There's really not much else I could do in this board state, in a state like this, that is for sure. So yeah, I will say I do lose out the game here, but again, I tried. It just didn't help that 2 battle bases. I mean, I have a full hand. I have a brick of a hand, by the way, but I just don't have anything to play with it. I have too many bodies and not enough pilots. I mean, that's what we literally saw. I was just popping out bodies, and the problem is this is near death because I only have, I think, 2 shields left after my base. So if they just continue to play out bodies, I'm basically dead either way. But still, it's quite interesting, the damage that comes through with this. But yeah, I do really like Justice Blockers. I think this is a really, really cool deck. So I'm going to pay 2 to put out the little 𝐒𝐲, then I'm going to pay to then put the Marita Cruz under that, which is pretty nice. I don't get the ping off of these 𝐒𝐲 because that's big 𝐒𝐲's effect as well. So yeah, I think I lost a lot of deck strategies when I was playing Qubeley. And then we're going to deal 1 damage to Launcher Strike Gundam. Here deciding whether or not they want to trade out the Launcher Strike, because otherwise I do trade with the base here, where they're going to ping 2 under my 𝐒𝐲. I probably, if I'm being a little honest, I probably should have swung and pinged into one of his guys and tried to knock it out. We're going to go for the Qubeley, and we're just going to pass because I do not have anything to do with the Qubeley. Unfortunately, I did not get the Hammond. Not that I think the Hammond would have been any better of use, but at least the Qubeley could have survived, made an attack with over the L Strike, as we're seeing an overflowing affection to draw 2, discard 1. Yeah, I mean, I am alive. That's the thing. The board state right now doesn't kill me. The shield, I lose a base and I lose a shield as a discarded striker pack off of the overflowing affection here. All that, but technically I'm not dead on this board state, as you can clearly see. One attack has to break the base, and their attack only breaks 1 of my shields. I'm still very much alive in the game, even though I'm trying to stabilize my board state against this. As we go for another Justice Gundam, playing out, of course, the token, which means that now there are 4 bodies that can swing, which unfortunately is the way I am dead now, because I definitely did not need to see another link with Justice Gundam. Knocking out the base there, and then we'll be able to go Justice Gundam into a shield, and then we'll be able to go Justice Gundam into a shield, and then the token can basically kill me here in the end. The aspect here is that whether or not you attack with the token first to make sure it's not a base, and then you could go like win out with that. But yeah, the other aspect here is that, as you can see, my hand is quite clogged with a lot of guys that do absolutely nothing because they're running out of their pilots. I don't have their pilots. One of those would have been really nice there. The Banshee would have been actually pretty nice. But anyways, what they could have done, and probably would have been the better play to have done, is you send the token into the shield first, knock it out, see if it's a base, and then you send the Justice to knock out the base. In this case, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but you would have given me 1 more turn to survive. So for instance, let's say they had 1 more unit, and that unit was only 2 to 3 attack points, and they swung Justice first, hit the shield, and it flipped into a base. It would take both of his units to knock to kill it out. But if he did the little unit first, showed base, and then Justice knocked base, and then other unit win game. So that is the thing there that I would say a little better is that if you have little guys attacking like towards the end, there is a chance that you do pop bases out of people's shields, and it would be a little better for you to contend the fact of, probably punching your opponent in the face with your little guys on their shields, seeing if they pop bases, and then using your big guys to pop the base. So then your little guys don't have to waste their attack doing chip damage onto a base. When technically we want to knock out the base instantaneously so that we can continue to chip into the shields. But yes, unfortunately, I did lose out this game. Yes, unfortunately, round 1 and round 2, blue-red Qubeley isn't enough to win out against the Justice Blockers. So I want your thoughts, guys, down in the comments on this gameplay. Have you guys tried out either of these decks? What are your thoughts on either of these decks? And if I missed anything in the gameplay, or if I could have proved in any way without many pilots. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you. I will see you next time on Marvel Dragons TCG.